Thank you, Mr. Vice President. We would like to remind the Council that only international accountability can break the systematic cycle of impunity in Sri Lanka. The Chammani mass graves stand as a chilling reminder that 16 years after the end of the war, there has been no justice or accountability for Sri Lanka's war crimes, crimes against humanity, and genocide committed against the Ulam Tamil people. Up to 169,796 Tamils remain unaccounted for and are presumed dead. While the current government has placed emphasis on addressing economic crimes, it has made no meaningful progress on accountability for Sri Lanka's mass atrocity crimes. It has failed to repeal the Prevention of Terrorism Act and continues to repress dissent. Human rights defenders and journalists, such as Kumanan Kanabadipilla, continue to face surveillance and intimidation, being subjected to hours of interrogation by the Counter-Terrorism Investigation Department. Moreover, militarization and the Sinhalization of the Northeast persist. Like previous governments, the current administration uses the term reconciliation while failing to take genuine steps to make it a reality. We urge the international community to employ universal jurisdiction, pursue legal accountability through the ICC and the ICJ, including through the Convention Against Torture, and to investigate and recognize genocide. These steps are vital to addressing the root causes of conflict. Without justice, accountability, and the recognition of Ulam Tamil's demands, including the right to self-determination, the island's crisis will persist. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have a video from Harm Reduction International.
Mr. President, we reiterate the broad range of human rights issues in Sri Lanka highlighted by the High Commissioner and raise concerns about the government's failure to adopt a health and human rights-based approach to drug control and treatment. It is instead continuing some practices of previous governments that violate human rights. We draw your attention to the use of the military in drug control operations, laws that allow compulsory drug treatment, the imprisonment of drug users resulting in prison overcrowding, deaths in custody of persons arrested for drug offences, the existence of the death penalty for drug offences, and statements by government officials that they are exploring the implementation of the death penalty. Mr. President, we urge the government of Sri Lanka to adopt a human rights and health-centred approach to drug laws and policies, which requires substantive legal, policy and practice reforms based on consultations with experts and affected persons. We call upon the Office of the High Commissioner to conduct due diligence to ensure that the engagement of all UN agencies on this issue is in accordance with human rights principles. We also urge the High Commissioner to reiterate to donors who support programs in Sri Lanka to abide by the do no harm principle and adhere to human rights standards. Thank you.
Now I give the floor to Franciscans International.
Mr. Vice President, Franciscans International and the Centre for Society and Religion welcome the report of the High Commissioner. We commend the High Commissioner's recommendations on accountability. This is the moment for the Sri Lankan government to finally deliver results on investigations and prosecutions into the 2019 Easter Sunday attacks. Actual casualty numbers are yet to be confirmed 6 years later. The victims and their family members are still waiting for justice to be delivered. The ongoing investigations have not succeeded in prosecuting the alleged masterminds, including the former director of the State Intelligence Service. Despite the promises of accountability, critical reports regarding the attacks remain undisclosed to the public, raising serious concerns about transparency and justice. Therefore, we urge the government of Sri Lanka to make publicly available the full report submitted by all committees investigating the Easter Sunday attacks, to implement the recommendations of the Presidential Commission of Inquiry report and the Parliamentary Select Committee report, to expedite all legal cases related to the Easter Sunday attacks, so that alleged criminals are held accountable and responsible for their actions. In conclusion, we call upon the Human Rights Council and Member States to continue their support of the OHCHR Sri Lanka Accountability Project. Thank you.